going on YouTube? This is Josh, back with a new Genesis Does. I only got like 6 games to show you this time. Not really like the most spectacular titles. I'm just looking through my list here, or the games I got. I got a couple good ones, couple kind of, filler titles. I think this marks up to about 324, 25 I'm at right now with my collection. So I'll just jump into it. The first game I got, it's kind of hard to find. Well, it's kind of hard to find in my area. I don't know if it's hard to find anywhere else, but the only place I could find it was eBay. I've only seen it once in my game store, and I paid $30 for it. It's a little high, but the games are starting to go up in value, but whatever. And that is Three Ninjas Kickback. Yeah, based on the movie. It's a side-scroller platformer. It's not bad. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the gameplay is kind of like Kid Chameleon, except without the helmets and stuff. That kind of gameplay. The next game I got is a RPG. I got it mainly for the collection. I'm not the biggest RPG fan. I like to tinker with them every once in a while, but I'm not really a huge RPG fan. I'm just kind of collecting them mainly for the collection. But anyway, the game I got, I paid $30 for this as well, and that is Sorcerer's Kingdom. Now, these next 3 games I bought at my local game exchange. I sold a bunch of stuff, bunch of old just gaming stuff that I've been sitting on. It's been just sitting in a shelf. Traded it in, got some store credit, and bought a few Genesis games, and then just bought other stuff with it. But these games, they're not like the greatest games. The second one's kind of okay. It's starting to get harder to find. Okay, the first game I got is F-15 Strike Eagle 2, and what's cool about this is it's in the cardboard box, which means it was made by Majesco. It wasn't made by Sega. You could tell any Majesco games to tell on the back. They have, instead of security bits, they have I think it's a T8 torque screw, and then usually there's a sticker. Sometimes it's actually engraved in the cart, but it'll say "Made in Mexico" or something like that. And they come in the cardboard boxes. That was back when Genesis was pretty much dying. It was on its last legs. Sold its rights to Majesco, and then they just produced the rest of the bulk games in cardboard boxes, new games and old. The next game I got, it's a Sunsoft game, and that is Lemmings. Now, cartridge wasn't in the greatest condition, as you can tell. There's some writing and some label missing. And I kind of paid a little bit for it. I paid, I think it was $15 for this. It was a little high for this game. But yeah, it's Lemmings. I now have 1 and 2 now. And then this last game gets a lot of flack for being like a really horrible game. I've actually played it, and it's not a horrible. To me, it's not a horrible game. It's a really fast game. If you're playing a game really quickly, like 10 minutes tops, then this is the game for you. And that is the Great Waldo Search. It comes complete. Compared to the NES version, that game was crap. This game is not that bad. This game's actually a little bit better than that. There's not much to it. There's a couple puzzles. You find Waldo, and then you find these other things, and then there's a side mission where you play as the dog on the freaking like magic carpet. It's kind of weird, but I mean, it's not a horrible game. I've played it a couple times through. It's not bad, but it's not horrible. And then this last game I got at the flea market 2 weekends ago. My flea market is just becoming a joke. That's all I can honestly say. Like, I'm at the point where I don't even know. Like, I'm pretty much done going to the flea market. Like, this is it. And I got this off of the guy I normally get. I used to get all my my good NES games off of. Like, he just charges them what they're worth. He doesn't charge them over or anything. But his Genesis selection was wow. He had like maybe like 10 games, and I had like practically all of them except a couple. One of them was this. The other couple were like sports games that I didn't care about. So for $5, I got in the box Outrun 2019. Missing the manual, but whatever. I'd like to get the first one. First one's going up in value, and it's like it's a racing game. It's fun, but for like $30-$40 for it online, it's like no. So anyway, I know that's a short Genesis dust, but that's where I'm at right now. That, I think, like I said, that brings it up to like 324. I want to say 324, 25. But yeah, I'm still going. I got a list printed out right here. I marked all the ones down that I already either have, and to be honest with you, some of them I'm now crossing off because they're just ones I don't want. Like, honestly, I don't see myself playing Barbie Supermodel or what's the other one? Barney's Hide and Seek. I know for a true collectionist, you want to get every single game. That's not what I'm trying to do, though. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get like a I guess a custom collection. This is my custom collection. Games that I want, basically. I still got long ways to go. I think it's like 5 pages. I printed this list off of price charting to get an idea like what the games like are kind of like not currently going for, but like get an estimate of what they're kind of going for right now, just to know what I'm going to be paying in case I see them at like a flea market or a yard sale. But chances of that happening nowadays, very slim. Kind of wish I mean, I did start early, but I wish I would have had more money back then. I was only a kid. So, I got a long ways to go still. But yeah, I think the next games I'd love to get for my collection, I definitely want to get Batman, the video game. That game is awesome. I like that game. The last level in that game sucks, by the way. The cathedral level. Not I didn't get to the Joker yet. I don't know how bad he is, but I got to the cathedral level where you're basically jumping off the towers or whatever. Oh my god, that level. Ugh. I quit. I tried playing that level. I can't. But other than that, it's a good game. I want to get that one. I'd like to get Dragon's Revenge just to complete the Dragons, I guess, series on the Genesis. I have Dragon's Fury. I'd like to get Gauntlet 4 because I heard that was a really good Gauntlet game, and I like Gauntlet. That's a good game. What other ones? I really want to get Mega Turrican now. That's like the next big game I want to get off my list. That one and Action 52. Those two, just the prices on those two just keep fluctuating. $50-$60 for Mega Turrican, and then for some reason Action 52 will not come off that $70-$80 range. It's just stuck there. And then, let's see. I'd like to get Death and Return of Superman. I heard it's a really good brawling game. Thunder Force 3, great shooter. I'd love to have it, you know. Of course, I'd like to have all of these, but these are the ones I'd like to really get right now. That's about it for ones I didn't mark on here. I'd like to get Valis, the first Valis game. I have Valis 3. I'd like to get Sid of Valis to complete the Valis series on the Genesis. Wings of War. I heard that's a good shooter. I'd like to get that. Yeah. And then yeah, I still got like I think 200 and I think 16 or 17 more of my custom collection to go, and then I'm done. I'm done. Like I said, I'm not counting the games that came out after it, which are Vega Prince, Legend of Wukong, and PR Solar. I'm not counting those because they came out after the system was already ceased production, I guess you could say. And I'm not. I mean, eventually I'll probably get into repro or homebrews or whatever. I already got Wolfenstein 3D. That was a cool homebrew that someone did. As for repros, I'd like to get Mega Man: The Wily Wars. I'd like to get what other ones? Pulse Man. I'd like to get Pulse Man, and as bad as it is, I'd like to get Nightmare Circus. Because I actually remember seeing those ones on the Sega Channel back when we had it, so yeah. Anyway, this is Josh saying thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, listening to me bullshit, and watch my other videos. Watch my Sega Genesis nerd videos if you got time. You know, those were fun to do. I do miss doing those sometimes, but I just don't have the room, or maybe whenever I move out and actually display all my stuff, maybe I'll continue that series eventually, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks. Take care.